Hello everybody, my name is the Sober Boy Swallows from the Big R. You know by now that the Big R is a financial company. We do a quite number of things when it comes to finance, but key to everything is education. That's what we are doing. And now you may ask sometimes when you check our channel, we talk sport, we talk so many things. We're still going to talk a lot. Because there is money in all those sectors, so that is why we are dealing with it. And today I've got a very nice young man, Thabo Matlaba, who plays for Swallows currently, a former Orlando Pirates player. You know, when I watched Thabo, the first time I saw him, because I've been watching Pirates, I've been a Pirates fan, Thabo, for information, and then he reminded me of Oscar Lamine, Jasmine Lamine, and then and also Harare Makubela was also a Pirates player, very good player, and also Daniel Alves. I'm sure you know Daniel Alves. Yeah, and a modern, you know, a modern right back, you know, and so he reminded me of those players. And there was also another player. I don't know whether he's still alive. Mdletshe. Is it Mdletshe or Mdletshe?
Mdletshe.
Yeah, where is he?
I don't know, but he's still alive.
Yeah, also, he was another one. So we are having Thabo, and then Thabo is my homeboy, Tembisa, to be precise. Now he stays within our neighborhood here in Kempton Park. So I decided that I must have a talk with him. Thabo, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe if we, as we talk, we also watch the camera most of the time. Thabo, just like I said, you reminded me of Daniel Alves. You know Daniel Alves, up to this point in time, I don't think we'll have such a right back. And funny enough, Danny's almost 40. And he's still doing well in Brazil. And then how old are you, Thabo?
I'm 33.
33. Now I want you to soldier on. You know, I want you to reach that height of Daniel Alves. Thabo, you know our football has grown up. We've seen a lot of changes, and I must pay tribute to Dr. Ivan Khoza. You know, Dr. Ivan Khoza was a visionary. In the sense that, you know, when he came up with MDC League, that was a revolutionary. You know, I remember after 1992, our squad was stagnant for some time because we would lose the same old players, and that is why we're not growing. But now, with that MDC, you can see a pool of new players coming in, which is quite good. And then let's start here. Thabo, where do you come from?
I'm originally from Tembisa.
Tembisa.
Yes.
In Pumulo.
Yes.
Okay, fine. And then school, where did you attend?
I attended my primary school at Pumulo Primary School, and then I went to Caesar Secondary School.
Okay.
At
Elasfontein. Pumulo Primary. By the way, who was the principal there by then?
Miss Casa.
Oh, Mem Casa, the late.
Yes,
the late Mem Casa. Oh, I know it very well. All right, so you attended there, and then you went to Caesar Secondary.
Yes.
The principal was Mr. Kwele, or before that?
Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar.
No, it was Mahamat. Mem Mahamat.
Matabat.
Matabat.
Yes. I know her very well. I know her very well. I think she's retired.
Yes.
All right. Now, Thabo, were you playing football at your age?
Yes, I was playing. I started playing football at the age of 6'5". Yeah.
So, how? Were you playing the street?
Yes, I started playing the street, and then we played an Amesha. We were playing this Kasi football, you know. After that, I went to Kasali.
Okay.
Kasali.
Okay. With which team?
I was playing for Mighty Tigers.
Mighty Tigers.
Yes, Mighty Tigers. And I was playing with the likes of Tempazwani, the String Wambi, you know, many players that I can mention that are in the PSL today. Yeah, that's where everything started.
I don't know whether you know this lady, Gloria Chanel. You know her? Okay. You don't know, so he used to stay View, so he played for Hamas for a long time, but it's fine. Now, having moved to Mighty Tigers, then where did you go after?
I went to Vodacom team, which is Mahlangu Tigers.
Okay, Mahlangu Tigers.
We were coached by Jerry Skosana.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm told Jerry's a good coach.
Yes.
You know, my Scorpion, my friends, they tell me that he's very good. They said he can analyze the game very well. And then, do you know that Jerry has a team now?
Yes, I know Vodacom team.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it's contributed. So
Just that. No, it's fine. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. We wish him good luck.
Yeah.
But I like what Peter said. I don't want to own a team. It's very expensive. I want to run an academy. Okay, now, after that team, who recruited you to Pirates?
Before I went to Pirates, I went to Witbank Spurs.
Okay.
Yes.
Before Witbank?
Yeah, Witbank Spurs. I went there for trials. Then I stayed there maybe 3 to 4 weeks, which is a month. Then I got burned in my thigh.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was out for 3 months. Then when I come back, it was the time that we qualified for NetBank last stage 2. And then we played Black Leopard.
Okay.
And then they beat us 2-1. So Coach Steve Gombela was there. And he attended that game. So after the game, he told me, boy, you should come and train with Highlands Park. That time it was Platinum Stars.
It was Platinum Stars?
Yes. Then it was Sunday. We played on Sunday, say I must come on Tuesday. Unfortunately, on Monday, they fired him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I keep on playing that Vodacom, and then got a call from some guy. He was representing me all these years. Abi Rasimbi. He said, "Boy, they're looking for a left back. Go Free State.
Okay.
Freestate Stars.
Okay.
So you should go there and try." Then I went to Freestate Stars, and then I stayed there for 2 months, training them.
While Bro Mike was still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me, was Bro Mike interfering with the selection of the team?
No. No, because we had someone who had a character, Coach Steve. So.
Oh, Steve was there.
Yes. Steve was there. No, Steve came after I played 2 games. Then Steve came.
Oh, okay. Then he found it and said, "My boy, I've been looking for you.
Yes.
Here we are, we meet again." Yes. You know, yeah, that's good. So, then how did it go?
So I went there, stayed for 2 months. So they didn't say, they said they will call me. And I came back to Vodacom. I played Vodacom. And then I went back to Witbank Spurs because Mr. Mafu, he liked me, so he wanted me to play for his team. So I trained with them. It was on Sunday. Freestate Stars called me Sunday later. Late, because I was there in Witbank Spurs. They said, "No, please come back." So then I was going to sign tomorrow for Witbank Spurs.
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to go to the office 11 o'clock. Then I had to come with a plan. I have to go to Freestate, and PSL. No, I'm running away here. I have to come with an excuse that they need me home. There's an emergency. And that's where I went straight to Freestate. And then I got my first contract there at Freestate Stars.
Okay.
That's how I signed.
Now tell me, the contract, the first contract, did you go through it, whatever?
So I didn't know anything about the contract. Was
anyone was helping?
Yes, Abi Rasimbi.
Yeah.
So he was helping with the contract because that time they didn't even negotiate with me. Just say yes, the contract
sign.
You know, just sign because you're happy to play the PSL because I've been looking to play the PSL because it was my dream. So I was happy. I didn't care about the contract. Even if I cared, but I didn't know what's happening.
As long as I'm gonna play.
All I can see is case money is here, but okay, it's fine. I'll sign as long as I play for PSL.
You know what? According to the law principle, in terms of the law, a contract, you don't have to sign a contract without, even if you can read, if you can be educated, I must explain to you the clauses that this means this means. That's what is required per law. Let's say, for argument's sake, you say, no, I don't want, but explain the key clause. It's up to you. You can tell me, then I can decide that, no, here, be careful of this. So I'm now telling you now, going forward in future, that per law, whoever is making you sign a contract must explain. Is his responsibility or her responsibility to explain to you that this, so that, because you don't sign a contract under duress. Because in the manner that we have just explained, it's like under duress. Because I think they exploited your excitement of playing in the PSL. Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that's a lesson for another day. Yes. And now, you went to Witbank, Freestate Stars. Had you completed school by then?
Yes, I completed school 2007.
Okay.
My matric. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Then you never proceeded?
No, I never proceeded because I liked football so much.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to work because I have people that liked me when I was playing.
Yeah.
So they wanted to take me to work in their companies. I didn't want to work. I wanted to play football.
You wanted to play football? Yeah. You wanted to play football. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Thabo. It's not about their qualifications that matters. You know, I was on radio yesterday. When was it? Last week, Thursday? No, Wednesday. Because the city they normally call me various radio stations on financial matters. So I was telling them about, it's not about certificate, it's more about the content. You can have certificate, but you don't have the content. You know, you go to an office, you see all certificate, but the guy can't be functional. So what I'm trying to say, don't worry. Whether you have finished at matric, that's not what is important. Are you functional in life? Now, all the rich guys that, the majority of them, well, there are those who are educated, like Donald Trump, is very educated. He's got a degree. But the majority of them that are not their dropouts. So which means it's not about school. It's about the content. All right, so don't feel bad. All right? And then I know sometimes people want to brandish their titles. I'm a doctor, I'm a prof. It doesn't matter. All right, as long as you can show the content. So don't worry, hold your head high and move forward. Now, as you are at Freestate Stars, how did it came about that you finally joined Orlando?
You know, it was very strange because it was December time. It was an off season, so I went back Limpopo. Yeah, I went home. So while I was at home, I got a call from the late chairman Mike Mokwena.
Okay.
Yeah, he said to me, I've said you, don't come back to Freestate Stars.
Okay.
Just go and meet Dr. Ivan Kosa tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I met Limpopo that time. How?
So originally home is in Limpopo. Where?
Yes. Originally, I would say I'm from Tembisa, but Kimotoya High in
the roots.
Yes, the roots are at home. So Kimotoya High, I'm from villages, so, but I'm not from there. I didn't grow up there, but originally, I'm from there in spirit. And
let me tell you my story. Maybe that will make you feel at ease. I was born in Harrismith. All right, next to. I was born in Harrismith. Then, according to my parents, we left Harrismith when I was young. I was 1 year old. I went to Bethlehem. I grew up in Bethlehem. And then I left Bethlehem, I think I was 14. Yeah, 14. I went back to Harrismith to complete my matric. Then after matric, but my uncle is in Tembisa. You know Sligo Complex?
yes.
That's my uncle. Him and he's late now. May his soul rest in peace. I would always frequent and come and work by his shop, you know, and I learned so many things from there. And then when I was, I think when I was 17, when I completed my matric, then I moved back to Tembisa. So I've been in Tembisa since from 18. I don't know how many years have I stayed in Tembisa, but I stayed in Tembisa more than any of those two other places. So as a result, I'm at Tembisa. That's when I know Banyaza. All right. And then when I was also involved in struggle, you know, Banyaza was still very young, and we were teachers, you know, yeah, a very good comrade of mine before I left politics. So then I've spent the larger part of my life here in Kemptonpark. I came here in 96. So all of us, we have somewhere we start. You know, Madiba was from Eastern Cape. Oliver Tambo was from Eastern Cape. For the shock, what's his name again? The late Ndadema boy. He's originally from Limpopo. So all of us, you know, we came here. That's all. So we are all a Makutula, so don't worry about that. So I like that you normally go home, which is good. Now, when you then Bramai called you.
Yes. Yeah, he called me and said, I sold you to Paris, don't come back. So I was surprised. He didn't tell me anything. Then I have to go to Paris. Okay, it's fine. And don't tell anyone. Because I had a trust to Steve. So Steve is the one who made sure that I played. I play at the Freestate Stars. Yeah, he was a good father to me.
But let me tell you, Steve was not doing a favor. You're a good player. Don't underestimate it. You're a very good player. Okay?
Then I had to call him and say, Coach, I'm not coming back. Don't be surprised if I'm not back. But that day Mike said I must not tell anyone, but I'm telling you, I'm not coming back. They say I must go to Paris. That's when I drove to Johannesburg. I went to Kilani Mall to meet Dr. Evan Koza and Mr. Skrima Shabalala. Yeah, that's where everything happened for Paris.
All right. You immediately went to the first team, or they started at the lower league?
No, immediately.
You went to the first team?
I went to first team,
okay.
Yeah.
While you're still there, let me tell you my link with Steve. Steve Kombella's brother, I know him very well. He's a friend of mine, Butana Kombela. I think he used to listen to me on the City FM. So we started interacting. One day when I was dropping off at the airport, I met Butana there, and then we started interacting. Steve's wife was teaching my son here in Nockenburg. So I know Steve very well. And then I even gave him, I promised, you know, I was with him in the Free State at some point, and then he was driving a very big car. And then we did, I was at her home place in Kronstadt, so we took her around. I wanted to feel that car because it was like an American car. And then I promised to give him one of my books, my first book. So I gave it to the wife to. So there's that link between me and Steve. But that was once when I encountered Steve at that time. So I don't know whether I still remember. But having said this story, I'm sure Steve will remember. You know, Steve is good with language. Steve is good with content. I don't think he will forget. So that's it in a nutshell. So now you are at Pirates. And who was the coach by then?
That time the coach was Lee. So I don't remember his
name.
Yes, Lee, yes.
Okay.
He was coaching Salus and then
Okay.
Okay. That time it was Lee. Yeah.
And then having joined Pirates, when did you meet Dr. Ivan? Because was it on Saturday, Sunday?
I think it was during the week.
During the week.
Yeah, okay. I think it was during the week because it was the December break.
Okay.
Yes, and I went to meet him there at Kilani Mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then after that meeting, how long did it start? How long did it take for you to go and start training with Pirates? But let's start with the contract.
Yes.
When you called to go and sign the contract, because the Kilani Mall was the meeting. Yeah. To say, hey man, now you have joined Pirates. Were you called to sign a contract?
Yes, I was called to sign a contract. Yes, because
okay.
I was called to sign a contract. He just spoke to me, boy, you're a good player, so we want you to play in our team. That's why we bring you here. And we went to the office at Houghton.
Okay.
No, Parktown. That time it
was
Parktown.
Yeah, I know.
Before you went to Houghton.
Yeah.
It was Parktown. Then we went back to Parktown. Then we sit, and then they showed me a contract. No, we're signing you for 5 years. Here's the contract. Yeah. So I can see that even the money is good because
okay.
Yes, that's good. To be honest, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good to say.
Tell me, do you want to tell us?
I will share it the day I retire.
Yes. But the money was good.
Yes, the money was good to do it. But I will share it the day I retire. I will share it. The man was from Freestate Stars earning this much. Freestate Stars was good. It was okay for me because it was my first contract with PSL. It was not bad. It was okay because I was able to buy a car in the first season. So that means it was a good money.
And the good thing is this: you were doing what you love.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
One of my heroes, Steve Jobs. Oh, that man, I respect him. He would always say, "Do what you love." You know, Steve Jobs transformed 7 industries alone. And he died at the age of 50. No wonder why he died so early. I'm 55, by the way. by now, Steve Jobs passed on. He was a genius. You know, I don't think he had done his work on earth. So that is why he passed on. So he would say, do what you love. The most important thing that I want to stress with you, you were doing what you love.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was the most important. Now, the first game. How was the first game at Paris?
Yeah, it gave me a good spunk, to be honest. Yeah, I was so scared. I was so scared playing for Orlando Pirates, a big team like that. My first game. But because I believe in myself, even the coach believed in me, then I played well. I played well because after that game, I played all the games until we win the league. Because I came in January. I came in January because it's in the middle of the season. I played all the games and we won the league.
That's good.
With Coach Palacios. Yes.
That's good. Playing all the games.
Playing all the games.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. And now, when you were growing up, which team were you supporting?
Kaizer Chiefs.
As usual. As usual, you ask the youngsters which team have you supported? Kaizer Chiefs. Let me tell you which team I supported. When I was young, you know, knowing nothing, my elder brother was a good player, and now I would follow him. You know, we talk. Then I was saying Chiefs. Then a friend of mine introduced me to John Song. He said, "There's this guy. He was young like that." Then I fell in love with John and Pirates. I don't know. I think in my history, in my entire history, there's any player that I would love like John. And then now, recently, Messi. Messi's my man. So, but over the years, I've loved so many players. I've seen Maradona, I liked him. I see Ruud Gullit, I liked him. I saw Timidat, I liked him. Asian Zweleng, I liked him. But John was coming first for me. You know, and like now, for me, Messi is something else. He's out of this. I love Ronaldo. By the way, I love Ronaldo, but Messi is something else. And then if you see our sports program, we have the Messi special every day. I'm giving you stats of Messi, just to prove a point. My argument, I'm saying, let us not wait until this guy has passed on and we haven't celebrated him. We must celebrate him now, you know. It's not good to celebrate a person when the person has passed on. We must say it now and say, doesn't mean all these other players. And I can say, honestly, so you're a good player. I'm telling you. You're a good player. And then, I just hope that you can have extra 5 years and then playing again. All right. Now you play Pirates now, a Chiefs fan. During the derby, what were you doing? I mean, what was the feeling when to play against your childhood team?
Yeah, you know, derby, you'll be scared because no one wants to lose against Kaizer Chiefs. So same goes to Kaizer Chiefs. They don't want to lose against Pirates. So it was a game that comes emotional. You feel that now I'm playing a different game. You know, the stadium is packed, 90,000 capacity. Fans are
You
there.
played in front of 90,000.
So
you know that noise.
Yes. Because I had a support like somewhere in a way,
Very nice,
you know.
Lucky, very nice.
Yes, they were supporting me. You know, don't be scared, boy. You got your back. Do whatever you've been doing all these games, all these years. Push forward. We're close for you. So they gave me that courage and they gave me that support. So it was easy for me just to chill with those guys.
You know, lucky Leopard, while you're still there, You know, I worked for Voice of Tembisa. We were the people who started Voice of Tembisa, and then I was the station manager. We were the people who formed it. And then I had an arrangement with Lucky. I had a sport program. And Lucky would come as my analyst in the party. We'll do it over the phone. And we had a sponsorship of Moroka. You know, they would give him a sponsorship of airtime. So for him to call. So he's a very nice guy. Very nice guy. And I've seen that he has started his own business, which I'm quite happy. Maybe one day we'll interview him again here, back to those golden days. So now, the first game, how did you fare against Kaizer Chiefs? The first game. I mean, Pirates as a team, not you as an individual.
Can you...
No, how did you... Pirates, how did they perform? Did they win against Pirates in your first derby?
Yes, we won.
What was
yeah, we won. I think we won 2-1.
That's it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Ben McKeith was playing that time. Because
Okay.
I found Ben McKeith. I think,
Yeah.
no, it's 3-1. It
3-1.
was my first derby. Yeah, this time we scored 2 goals. But that's
So
my
you
first
played for
derby.
Pirates?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my first derby. Yes, that was my first derby. So yeah, they won 3-1. And then Sox scored the third goal. Yeah, yeah, we won 3-1.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you were not touched by the fact that you have beaten your childhood team.
No, I was doing
you were doing your work.
my job. I was doing my job. So I was doing my job. I mean, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I was working at Pirates. So
Yeah,
I have to work.
Yeah. You know, Jerry Scosana, he's a Chiefs fan. And then he's the only player who scored 4 goals against the Chiefs. And even Jomo never did that. So you were doing your work. But today, who are you supporting? Supporting Chiefs?
Yes, I'm still supporting Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm still Chiefs fan, yeah.
Once a Kosi, always a Kosi. Kosi for life. You know, my co-host on the show, Jacobs Lematsila, we call him in Twente. He's a brother-in-law with Jerry. Jerry married his sister. And then he'll be happy when he used to say Kosi for life. All right, now you guys beat Chiefs 3-1. And then after the game, was it difficult for you when you come across Chiefs fans?
Yeah, you know, it's always difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
it was
a funny
challenge.
moment. But it was okay because I had to work.
Yeah. Who was playing the right wing? Arthur
No, Arthur at that time
had retired.
Retired. The right winger was Masango.
Masango.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arthur is my boy. We come a long way. Myself and Arthur, we still talk quite a lot. I think even not long ago this year, said we still have to meet. Maybe I'll see him during the off-season. I like Arthur very much. He's a very nice young man. You know, I used to have a project in schools where I go to schools and then we motivate kids. I've done a few of them with Arthur without no problem. And Arthur would go around with me. So that is why I was checking. Arthur was my favorite right back for Kaizer Chiefs. After Arthur left, I think Chiefs are still struggling to get that right back. Masango was good, but Arthur was out of this world. He was a class. No, that's fine. Now, you guys have beaten Chiefs. That season, did you win the league?
Yes.
Okay, that was the season when you won the league.
Yes, 2011, 2012. So
Yeah.
we won the league with Coach Palacios.
Palacios.
Yes, we won the league.
All right. Then you stayed for the entire 5 years.
Yes, I stayed the entire 5 years. Because 2013, that's where we play CAF, Champions League.
Okay.
We went to the final. That's where we lost to Al-Ahly.
But the good thing, you went to the final.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And then you experienced going to Africa and all that.
Yeah, it was good because it helped me to play for a national team. Yeah, because I was doing so good. Because we went to every final every competition that we played, we went to the final and we lost all the finals.
Yeah,
yeah, because we lost Telecom, Netbank, the Champions League. Yeah, so because we're doing great that season. Yeah.
Playing in Africa, how is it?
It is difficult, to be honest, to play in Africa because it's different.
So in Africa,
Yes, it was difficult because it was not similar as a PSL because you're playing in the different team. It's like you're playing in national team when you play Africa. Because you got giants there, you know. So the food, you know, it's difficult. The food, you know, the weather is a problem that side. Yeah. So we had to make sure that we adapt everything that we come across. So that's why we went to the final because we're a strong team, with a strong heart. Yeah, that's why we went to the final.
I remember, I don't know when I was Shoes with Shozy, or luckily nothing, it was Shoes. Was it Shoes? During, you know, the program of Skrima Chabalan?
Yes.
Yeah, and he said, no, it was Lucky. Was it Lucky? Who said, I think they were in Nigeria. The conditions were very unwelcoming, and then they had to cross, I think, you know, where they were sleeping, it was not nice. But this is what he said, and that struck me, to say Dr. Ivan Koza was there sleeping with them and said, guys, I'll follow me. That's leadership. Has he done that during your time?
Yes, he's done that, but with his son. Yeah, Mr. Bumi Koza.
I don't know him. Yeah. I've only heard of him.
So he was doing that. Every time we travel with him. Yeah,
it was Dr. Koza and Bumi.
No, Dr. Koza was not traveling with us.
Okay, it was
Bumi and Mr. Skrima Shabalala.
Okay, they were leading you guys.
They were traveling with us everywhere we go. Yeah. So there's
Is Bumi still with Fire?
Yes.
Right. I don't know him. Why? You don't know him. So maybe he doesn't want to be the limelight. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You have such people. So he would lead you.
Yes, he would lead us. Even if the time before we leave, they got a report from I think it's Egypt. They say there's a war somewhere. There's a war. Then he sent us with his son. We went there together, and then he shared with us when he came back. So I love you guys and I love this team, and I'm proud that you went to the final because I even risked my life of my son and send you with you guys to go there
with my son.
Yeah, with my son. Yeah, so that you can go there and fight and win the games. So that was touching because coming from him.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Ask me anything for my son.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
You know, when my son, even if I'm in a very important meeting, but when my children calls, I've got two boys, Frank Casino and Rizzi. When they call, they don't call me more often. When they call, everything stops. So you can imagine if a guy can say, this is my son and I'm giving you guys. And we say big up to Dr. Ivan Koza. Now, that season, you lost everything, all the cups that you went to go through. And now tell me, how did you leave Pirates? Because there were so many rumors that we picked up.
Yeah, it was difficult to leave Pirates, to be honest. It was very difficult. Yeah, Dr. Ivan Koza wanted me to stay at Pirates, to be honest. He wanted me to stay. But I was not playing that time, and then I was 31, 32, so I wanted to play more. Because when you're a player, if you don't play, just earning, so it's not good. You know, even your value is going down. So even if you can leave the team going somewhere, so you're not going to get what you deserve, because you're not playing.
Yes.
So I had to beg Dr. Ivan Koza, please release me so that I can go and play. So
who was the coach?
The coach was Coach Rulani and Mijo. Coach Mijo.
Okay.
Yes.
So they were not playing?
Yes, and I was not playing. So at that time I was not playing. So I asked him, please, can you release me? And then with his blessings, and then he released me. So no problem, but we can go and play any team you want.
Okay. Now, I said that the big R stands for all the positive R words. One of those R words is relationship. So now you are saying, you know, you went out with the blessing of Dr. Ivan Koza. Because you need to harness the relationship. I always say to people, you don't know what's going to happen. What goes around comes around. If you are bad to a person, sometimes you are going to meet the very same person. You may need him to help you to reach something else. So I think that was good for you, to go out while the temps are still working. So that's relationship. I'm talking about relationship. Now, you left Pirates. Where did you go after Pirates?
Immediately after I signed a release letter from Paris that you're no longer a Paris player, and then this and this and this. Here's your clearance. And then immediately I went to meet this guy. So it's Ryan. Yeah, he's an agent. He called me immediately saying, "Come, man, I'd like to meet you." So I can read here the release of Pirates. While we're in a meeting talking about the option that I've got a call, yes, I've got a call from here, got a call from here, they're looking for you. So after we're done with our meeting, we were at News Cafe at Woodmead. That's when like Leopard chairman,
Mr. Tidiela.
Mr. Tidiela, yeah, came to me and said, "Boy, I can see about releases, so and I want you in my team. Give him your number, I'll call you." Then I gave him my number. And then he did call me that night. That night he called me and said, "Boy, please, just give me a chance. Please just drive tomorrow and come here in Polokwane so that we can meet. We can talk. Maybe I'll afford you. Just come, let's talk." Then I didn't even think twice. I gave him a chance. Say, "No, please come help my team. Maybe I'll get some sponsors if you're here. If I can sign a player like you, a big brand." So I say, "No problem. Let me go and listen, Mr. Tidiela, what he has to say." Then I drove to Polokwane. To meet him. Okay. And when I met him, he told me straight that I want you to play in my team. I know you from big team, Black Leopard, but I want you to play here. And then I say, "No problem, talk to me. I don't know if I'm listening, talk to me. I can't drive all the way. You say you want to play, you want me to play for your team, but you're not talking to me, you want me to talk. No, it's better you talk to me." And then he told me that, "No, boy, how much you're getting at Pirates?" And then I told him, I showed him my contract. Yes, my contract that I was getting. He said, "No problem. I can give you the same amount. Are you happy with it?" "Oh, no problem. I'm happy. I'm more than happy. If you can match this, I'm more than happy." "Okay, no problem." Then that's how I signed for Black Leopard.
That's that.
Yeah.
You know what? Mr. Tidiela comes along with PSL. I know very well that when I was still very young, Samfa, he was in charge of security. So I would go to the Orlando Stadium, I would see him there with security guys. And then he also worked with my uncle as a neighbor, because my uncle was also promoting football. So he knows a lot about football. Unfortunately, it looks like they won't come back to the Premier League. It's sad. His heart is in football, but I'm sure he'll come back. I'm sure he'll come back. Now, there was a rumor that we got. Now, before I go there, you said you went to Dr. Ivan Koza and wanted to be released.
Yes.
Now, this is the question that I would like to ask. Dr. Koza, does he interfere with the coaches?
No.
He does not?
No.
Doesn't say it's my team?
Not at all.
And then as that?
Not at all. If he did, busy coach, I should have stayed. Say, "No problem, stay here, you play."
That's the
interfering. Yes. So it shows that he was not even interfering. Say, "Okay, no problem." But if you say you're not playing, I understand. I get my blessing.
All right. Dr. Alvin Koza comes along. Doesn't know me, but when I was young too, I would, while he was still a secretary for Orlando Pirates, not even the chairman. So I would go, there was a stand there at Orlando Stadium, pay to be in that stand. I would see him there. I know he's a big fan of Jomo Sono. And then, and I know that. Okay. Now, how did you leave Black Leopards and where are you now? We know that you're at Swallows, but how did it came about?
Yeah, it was difficult to leave Black Leopard, but I had a family issues. So You know, I have a family at Northern Park and I was staying in Polokwane. So I had to come back to come back here in Johannesburg to look after my family. So I went to ask Thabo Matlaba to release me. Before he even went to Thabo. So he said, no, I can't release you now. I want you to help me at least to get my team to go to PSL again. Because that time we were in the bottom. That time. So wanted to save the status. Say no problem. Say no problem, I'll release you. As long as my team is safe, I will release you. Yeah, that's when we went to Babel and then things were fine. So then the team was saved. So then they released.
Alright. In other words, he honored his word.
Yes, he honored his word.
An honorable person does this. Does that. In business, you need to have integrity. And integrity means you need to be a man of your word. So now, Swallows, how did it come out?
Yeah, immediately after I got released at Black Leopard. Yeah, then immediately I got a call from the president, Tate Banyanzansu. Said, boy, we want you this side. Can you please come this side? So I didn't hesitate because I wanted to play to come back. Say, no, this is the team that, because I've got an offer again somewhere, but I won't talk about that. You know, I've got an offer somewhere outside Gauteng. Yes, it was outside Gauteng. So I weighed my option, no, but I wanted to come to Joburg. I went to up to Dela because of the Joburg, because I wanted to stay in Joburg. So here's my opportunity. And then I looked at the squad. Before, if you're a player, before you go to the team, you look the players that they signed before. You can't just go there because of the president calling you or the chairman calling you to come there. You look the players that they signed, say, oh, they signed Musa Nyatama.
The soccer project is good.
There's Musa Nyatama, there's Lebogang experience, there's Fuyo Miri there. You know, there's kick and reach. You check those things out. Yeah, tell them go in here. I've got the team that we can compete with. So I'm going there. That's how I went to Swallows. Yes.
And you are called by the president himself.
Yes.
That's good. You know, you said something that when we were with the TDL, you said, I'm here, I want to talk. And I want to allude something. I've seen you because we pour petrol at the same filling station several times, but I could not have time to talk to you. And then 2 days ago, I saw you. When I was coming, you had just left. You were with Thabo, the other Thabo at the garage. I went to Thabo and said, Thabo, please give me the number of Thabo Matlaba. And then he gave me. Without no problem. You know what struck me? You are a very easy person. When I spoke to you, you were a very easy person, not difficult. I thought I would struggle. And then we set up an appointment that on this day we'll have an interview. You know, and you're following up with me. And that's a good skill. I'm telling you, you need to keep up that way. Because by being an easygoing person, you attract people. And remember, when you attract people, you are going to attract a whole lot of people. And the majority of them are bad. But don't be scared, because how are you going to know good people? You know good people by meeting the bad ones first. Okay? Because that helps you to be able to assess the characters. To say, oh, this is a good person. So I'm saying, keep it up. That's a very good skill. Now, this could be the last one. You said you've got a family. When you say a family, just elaborate.
Yes, I've got a wife. I'm married. I've married since 2011. So I got married 2011. I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters?
Yes.
How old are they?
9, 6, and 2.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the wife, is she working or what?
No, she's hustling. She's doing she's doing some she's selling eggs, acha, you know.
All those things.
Yeah. She's hustling.
Okay.
She's so smart. She's very smart. So she's doing transportation also, because it's transport for kids to school. She's taking the kids to school.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good news. We have a membership club, the Big Up membership club. We train people on business and finance. So we'll train your wife too. Now, Thabo, there was this story that you picked up again. It was on papers and so on. Tell me through.
Yeah, you know, in life, you see things and you grow, you know, yeah. So some temptation are there in life, you know, especially when you're soccer players. So, you know, you've got this temptation, you meet people who think they're good, but they're not good. You know,
just like I said, you attract a lot of people.
You attract a lot of people,
yeah.
You know, but you're not sure about them. But at the end of the day, they'll put in trouble. But you have to face the trouble, and it's like that. Yeah, with they say I beat again. So I was with my friend, you know. That time I was with my friend, we were just chilling. Yeah, just chilling and having some drinks. It was an off day. Yeah, and then I had a friend, a female friend. She came with her friends. Yeah, we were chilling. We were chilling. So her friends wanted to go to. I think I'm not gonna talk about.
Don't mention. Yeah,
wanted to go to somewhere.
To another place.
Yes, to another place. Wanted to go to another place. So my female friends say no. Thabo doesn't like to go in that places, you know. He likes to chill like this. So that's my life. I like to chill indoors. I don't like publicity, go there and do. I like to chill. So that's where the fight started. Fighting with her friends. So now they screaming at her friends, they shouting, you know. End of the day, my female friends beat the cousin, beat her cousin. When he beat her cousin, then we try to calm the situation, you know. So, and then she was driving Mini Cooper. She took me Mini Cooper with a cousin. She said, I call my guys. There's a guy that I can't mention. It's a police guy. Because they were intoxicated. So I said, no, please, man, can you take them to a highway so that they can go home? Because there's a tension here, you know. Now I was surprised. Then they went home. So just like that. After 3 days, I got a call from a
journalist.
No, a police. Before a journalist, the police from Tomar, boy, they've beaten someone, and then it's a GP. What they call it? GP what? Assault.
Yeah.
GPH or what?
Yeah. No. The gender-based violence. Yes.
Now I don't know. I think what was telling them to badly. Yeah. Badly by means and GPH.
Oh, okay. BS, do they call it BS? No, that's fine. Yes. So, my second language is a big case because when they this okay, if I've done that, come and arrest me. That's the word I told them. So they didn't arrest me. So they didn't arrest me. Then I consult with my lawyer because now it was on paper now because they came, those journalists, people there, you know. So it was on paper. Then I consulted with my lawyer. Said, this is a story. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Then that story, they did. It took 3 months. The police were not talking to me or not doing anything. After 3 months, they called me again, saying, "No boy, we got all the certificate of doctors and everything." How? After 3 months, we got a certificate of doctors that I break someone the ribs. Oh, okay, no problem, it's fine. Then the lawyer take that report. Then a consultant the doctor that did this the certificate. Then after that it was done. The doctor said, I don't want to say the name of that doctor. They came to me, they told me this and this and this and this. Then they spoke because he was in trouble. That doctor, to be honest, he was in trouble because he did something illegal with that. He did something illegal with that certificate for me to maybe to pay that girl or to get arrested. Then it was done. Then we never talk about it. That case was dismissed. That's like that. That's being desperate. People want money. We all want money, but people also have desperate measures of trying to get money. I'm interested. You say it was in the newspaper. Did the journalist visited you to ask questions to investigate?
No, they called me.
They called.
Yes, I told them.
And then they asked you questions.
Yes, I told them what happened.
What happened?
Yes.
And then when you read at the story, your version, was it captured or not?
No, it was not captured.
It was the negative
part. It was negative part.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they say bad news sells, all right?
Yes.
But that's a poor journalism, to be honest. That's a poor journalism Journalists should take responsibility because as part of the R words, I mean, they nearly destroyed your career. Do you understand? I wanted to find out whether they did investigation, whether your side of the story was articulated. But it's one of those. So sometimes difficult to be in the public eye. People will always try to take the open. That is why I was saying, you know, the Chinese, they say, when you open up the window, you attract flies. All right? So your personality is good. You attract people. That is why I say it was easy for me to talk to you, but keep that personality. All right? Because in attracting people, the majority of them, I don't want to lie, they'll be bad. But those bad people, they help you to understand how to judge characters and finally get good people. Thabo, it was nice having a discussion with you. And then I'm looking forward to interact with you further. And then and good luck. And then I wish you good luck. I honestly wish you good luck. And then I want you to see you grow in stature. Look after your children. That's very important. And then I went back to the story of Lionel Messi. If you see Messi, he's always with his children. And then yesterday I was reading his tweet. He was saying, my father never had a chance to be with me. So I'm in a sport that allows me to spend time with my kids. Family is important. And guess what? He said, I was not good at school. So I'm coming to your point. So that is why I was saying, it's not the degrees, it's not the qualification that determine you, the content. Thank you, Thabo.
Thank you.
It was nice. And do it to other people. Your personality is very good. And then keep up the good work.
Thank you.
People, as you know that the big R, we teach about money. As you can see, our first book is called Secrets for Becoming Rich. Just like Thabo was saying, those people are trying to make money out of him. And why we wrote that big Secrets for Becoming Rich is to make people to understand that it's not easy to make money. It's not a short journey. It's a long journey. You need to be patient. The second book is called How I Turned 500 into a $1 million business. The third book that I wrote is called How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And then the fourth book is the book that is written by a friend of mine, Nomsa Masbu, entrepreneur award. And then the other book is written by another friend of mine, Dr. David Small, who worked for the Reserve Bank for 37 years as an advisor to reserve governors. And the last person that she advised was the current Minister of Finance, Mr. Tigo David Small. The book is called The Art of Money. That's Dr. Small. And then there's another young man, a friend of mine, Karim Moy. He's a pastor down in Witbank. He has written a book called Science of Success. Thabo, the power is in reading. The power is in research. That's another part of the arguments. The power is in relationship. And the power is to have resilience. Like as you are saying, that time when they were trying to destroy you, you needed resilience to come back. Thank you, Thabo. Much appreciated.